everyone. As we all know, we have started our front-end series for the preparation of interview. So let's start with our main course. So first question is, what is virtual DOM and how does it improve performance, and also what is reconciliation? Okay. First, we have to say virtual DOM definition. That is, virtual DOM is a lightweight copy of real DOM. Okay, virtual DOM is a lightweight JavaScript representation of the real DOM. So when props or state changes, React creates a new virtual DOM tree and compare it with the older one using diffing algorithm. This whole process is called as reconciliation. So in this, it will calculate the minimal set of changes and updates only, those parts in the real DOM. So how it will improve the performance means it will avoid unnecessary DOM manipulations, batches updates efficiently using diffing to minimize operations. Okay, let's discuss what all these. So first one is it will use the diffing algorithm. So it will check for the minimal set of changes. So yeah, so this will reduce the pressure on the real DOM. That is, it will only give the minimal set of changes to the real DOM. Instead of giving a whole code, it will check for only what is changed and only that part will get updated in the real DOM. Next one is batches updates efficiently. It means, so batching is nothing but if you have set of complete some of the files, then all the files will get compressed and sent to the browser using Webpack. So this process is called as batching. So where we batch our code and send to the browser. So this batches updates efficiently, and also it will avoid unnecessary DOM manipulations. So in the reconciliation process, what happens means the new virtual DOM is compared to the older virtual DOM. So then while comparing it, it will check for the keys in the list and all those, and uh, only update the correct nodes in the changed nodes in the real DOM. So diffing is the algorithm React uses during reconciliation to compare two virtual DOMs, old virtual DOM versus new virtual DOM, and find the minimum changes. So how it will work? Let's check the flow. So first, the user has changed, not the user, the developer has changed the state of props. Then a new virtual DOM is created. So the new virtual DOM compares it with the older virtual DOM using diffing algorithm. So then while comparing, it will find the changes. Only that minimal set of changes will get updated with the real DOM. So this is the flow. Okay, next let's check with the example. See, here we have a function app. Inside that they have taken a state called count, and they are setting it with set count, and inside the use state the initial value is 0 for the count. So here they are trying to print the count in the header, and also they have created a button called click. On clicking of that, count will get increased by 1. So when count changes, React compares old h1 this with the new this. So what is changed? Only the count, so not entire node. Okay, so only it will update the text, not entire DOM. So let's check the diffing rules now. Okay, so first one is different element type replaces entire node. So here if we have diff, and here if we have paragraph. So as we have different element types, it will replace entire node. So React destroys older and creates new. And next one, same type. So if we have the same elements, but here if we check, class name is different and everything is same. So update only change of props, only class changes. Next, list need key. So key is necessary in the list to identify uniquely. So what is what we have to identify based on the keys out of the list. So here if we check, and there are some few items. Okay, key they have given item.id. So this will help React to identify which item has changed or which item has deleted or newly added or so it will avoid unnecessary re-renders. Why key matters? So without keys, React re-renders whole list. If you don't have keys, it will render all the list again. So if you have key, only that particular list will get updated. So without keys, this is a bad performance. With keys, only changed items update. So if we go to the one-line interview answer, reconciliation is a process React uses to update the DOM efficiently, and diffing is the algorithm that compares previous and current virtual DOM to apply minimal changes. Okay, so you can say that answer, and also you have to give this rules. So and also you can also give an example like this, so that they will think you have learnt a bit lot.